Hey there internets, I'm Michael and this is Toucan Play That Game, bringing you a review of the Kickstarter exclusives for Blood Rage from Call Me or Not. So of course you do need the base Blood Rage game to use any of these, and if you need to find out more about that, I have done separate videos for those, so do check them out. So, what do you get as Kickstarter exclusives? Well, let's start with the Wild Boar clan expansion here. So this is the Kickstarter 0 exclusive. This is probably the exclusive that adds the least value to the game. What you get in here is probably the most out of any of the exclusives, but it does the least. So you get the Wild Boar clan, which is a purple clan, and yes, that's a ton of figures. But it doesn't actually enable you to use an extra clan. It doesn't add a 5th or a 6th player if you've already got the 5th player expansion. All it does is give you a different colour with different models that will sit in the box not being used. So that's not really much value add there, really not missing out much unless you really like wild boars. I guess then it's a must-have. But you do get more than that in this. You also get these plastic little tokens here, which are really nice to replace the cardboard ones. Do they add to the gameplay in any way? No. Do they really add to the experience? Yeah, slightly. It's nice seeing them. If you back the Kickstarter, it's nice to have them. It's nice to have those little plastic counters. It makes the game feel like it's worth more. But they don't actually add any value to the gameplay at all. And the same goes for these horribly orange tokens here. These replace the cardboard Doom token, Saga token, and First Player token. So yes, they're nice to have. They're nicer than a piece of cardboard, but not a necessary addition in any way, shape or form. So what else is there? Well, the next thing I'm going to talk about is Kickstarter 02, 5th player extras. So I have already done a review of the 5th player expansion, and this is of no use without that, just to point that out. All this does is pimp that 5th player experience. So you get the same plastic tokens that this gave for all the base clans and for the Wild Boar clan, but now you have them for the Green Ram clan. But what it does do that actually is a really good enhancement if you're going to be playing with 5 players is it adds duplicates of 3 of the monsters, 1 for each age. So it helps readdress that balance of monsters to non-monsters within the God's Gift deck, which is a very good thing to have. However, it would have been nicer to see different monsters, but then you'd have monsters that you only ever use in a 5-player game. So it is an okay thing to have. Nice that they have got different sculpts on the monsters. So we've got an alternative sculpt for the dwarf chieftain, the dark elf, and then the soldier of hell. And these are, as all the miniatures in Blood Rage, really nice. This is quite a nice little addition because, as I say, if you're going to be playing 5-player a lot, it helps readdress that balance. So it is good for that. If, however, you're not planning on playing 5-player, again, an expansion you don't need to worry about, so you haven't really missed out with missing the Kickstarter. But then that brings me to the Kickstarter exclusive creatures, and unfortunately this is where they start to have a lot more impact on gameplay. Of all the Kickstarter exclusives, these are by far the best and the ones I would say to get hold of because they have the most effect. Of these, probably the least important is Mountain Giant here. However, he does look fabulous with his stone hammer. He's great and will look great painted up. I love the pictures on the side of the boxes here as well. And you do get the card to add in for those. Now, it's important to note that all of these monsters are for any player number. They don't, none of these have only for a certain player number. Also, 2 of them are for the first age, 1 for the second and 1 for the third age. So I've already started talking about the Mountain Giant, so let's carry on with him. He is a first age monster and he counts as a leader. His strength 3 counts as a leader. So basically it's a way of adding a second leader at a cost of 3. That's useful and can be fairly strategic if you're planning on getting leader upgrades, because they'll then apply to him. Other than that, probably not that much value add. Obviously, he will be able to invade for free, which is a useful thing, but you do still have to pay for that upgrade card. However, he's one I often do draft. He is a good addition to the game. The next first level one is one of the most game-changing monsters there is, Fenrir here. And he's also one of the nicest models that they have released for this, and he is the one that always gets the most attention when people are looking through the models whenever I've taken this to a game day. And what makes him so special with regards to gameplay is if he's on the board at Ragnarok, it doesn't matter where the Doom token was, it doesn't matter what province was scheduled to be destroyed in Ragnarok, no, it destroys whatever province Fenrir is in. So if you leave it till quite near the end to then go boom and place him on the board, you can mess with everyone's plans hugely. You can key into a good getting glory from Ragnarok strategy. A fantastic addition. If you can pick him up, it is one I would suggest you get. So then let's talk about the second age monster, which is the Wolfman. Again, he is a game changer. His ability is that only monsters' strengths count in a battle against him. So it doesn't matter what else you've got. You could have all the leader enhancements, all the warrior enhancements have like 10 strength of figures. But unless they're a monster, that ain't going to do you no good against him. So that is a really big game changer and can affect strategies hugely. So a good addition. Unfortunately, he is this weedy little miniature. It is a good miniature, but as I say, I don't know, there's something about the little monsters, just you don't want to use them as much. And that leaves the final little Kickstarter exclusive miniature here, which is the Mystic Troll. Now, he has a nice miniature. He's ugly as anything, but that's kind of the point. But he, again, has a bit of a game-changing ability, especially for it being a third age creature, because he will allow you to bring out... Well, he allows you to invade the province he's in for free. So if you've got the... I can't remember what it's called, but the upgrade card that means that you're going to get points for having figures on the board at the end of the game, he can key into that hugely and make it so much easier to basically just flood the board with figures, as long as you've got the horn stat there to support that. So, as I say, probably the most game-changing is Fenrir, then Wolfman, then the Mystic Troll here, and then the Mountain Giant. So that's the Kickstarter exclusives. I do hope that you've enjoyed this video. Of course, if you have, please do subscribe to the channel and check out the rest of the videos on the channel and share it with your friends and family. And do also take a look at us on social media. You can find us on Facebook and on Twitter. And as always, thanks for watching and bye for now.